Hello students, I am PK sir. Sorry for the late. So today I am uploading the part 2 of this chapter, the struggle for the independence, right? Chapter 19. So here you can see the image, the real image of the Bhagat Singh. So it's I'm very fortunate, to got this image. So that's why I wanted to share with you the real images of the Bhagat Singh. So here you can get the real image of the Bhagat Singh. So let's get start the chapter, right? So today we'll discuss about the rise of Indian nationalism. So I have already explained you what does mean the nationalism. It's the feelings or the sentiment, right? It was present, but after the revolt of 1857, it once again the flourished, and British were very much worried regarding that. So that's why they wanted to, to reduce to stop this kind of problem. So what they did, I have told you, they appointed, one British officer, Alan Octavian Hume, and who surveyed for 3 years, and given the report to the British. Then finally, as a result, Indian National Congress, was formed in the year of 1885, as you all know that. So it was not the political institutions of the India; it was the pre-planned by the British, because they wanted to reduce this intense pressure of the Indian nationalisms, so that they can stop it and they can rule in India, more and more years. So result what was Indian National Congress. Understood? And British told that if any Indian people have any problem, then they had to come through these organizations. So that was the dirty game, played by the British. And it was also decided that every year Indian National Congress would organize 3-day meetings, and in this meeting people will come here, tell their problems, and then this organization will convey this message. Basically, Indian National Congress has been divided based on the thinking into two parts: moderate leaders and the radical leaders. Who were moderates? Because this group of people, or this group of political leaders, believe that whatever British were doing, that is good, and they wanted to stay under the British government, and they only wanted the reforms could because as per their knowledge, reforms could bring free and better life under the British government. Okay, but they didn't raise any voice for the independence. Such kind of leaders were Dadabhai Nauroji, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Umesh Chandra Banerjee or Bandyopadhyay, etc. Followed. Now radicals. After the 1896, some young bloods joined this Indian National Congress. So slightly the characters of the Indian National Congress political party had been changing. Like, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad ji, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bipan Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and many more. Because they believe that they were not in favor this kind of soft approaches. They believe that independence would not come by following such an approach. They wanted a strong and more active opposition to the British, because they always favored the for the Swaraj, or the country. Once upon a time, Lokmanya Tilak said that freedom is my birthright and I shall have it. And he started the newspaper Kesari, and he spoke out against the British. And several newspapers, Samachar Darpan, Dik Dorson, many newspapers were published by the Indian individually. So in that way, we are seeing that against the British, different kind of movement, different kind of revolution, revolt was organizing by these Indian National Congress leaders. Okay, so in that way, rise of the Indian National flourished. Okay, or originated in India after the revolt of 1857. I hope you have understood. We'll talk about the partitions of the Bengals and the Swadesi movement. During the 19th century, let me tell you one more thing. Bengals was the key center point. Okay, any kind of movement, any kind of organizations, it was done by the Bengalis first. That's why now Gopal Krishna Gokhale told that what Bengal thinks today, India will think tomorrow. So the feelings of the nationalism among the Indian growing rapidly, and base was the Calcutta. So once again, British played the dirty game in the year of 1905. They told that our official work was not going, properly. So that's why we want to change our capital city from Calcutta to Delhi, but that was not true. See this map. This was the reality. Actually, they wanted to divide the whole Bengal on the basis of the religion, so that Hindu Muslim could start the fight and British would be the gainer. So it was decided that in the year of 1905 they would divide the Bengal into two parts. But reality was they wanted to divide the unity of the Bengals. In the year of 1905, Bengal people strongly protested against the divisions of the Bengal. So on that particular year, Swadeshi movement started. Understood? And our great Rabindranath Tagore, started the movement and started the Rakhi Bandhan festivals in Bengal. And what was the method to start the Swadeshi movement? Boycott each and every foreign goods. Women, students, they all participated in this movement, and later it spread all around the India. Though British ruthlessly, put down the movement, but ultimately partition of Bengal was suspended in the year of 1911. But capital city has been changed from Calcutta to the Delhi. This kind of dirty games they played every time with the Indian people. Now we'll talk about the activities of the revolutionaries. Here are some pictures of the great men who sacrifices their life, to free our motherlands. Bhagat Singh Ji, Khudiram Bose, Aurobindo Ghosh, Madan Lal Dhingra, here in the down, Chandrasekhar Azad Ji, Udham Singh, all thousands people sacrificed, this young blood, sacrifices their life, for the India. So after 1905, youth or young people in Bengal especially started fighting against the British in radical way. So they formed the secret groups like Anushilan Samiti, etc. Because in that time, you cannot organize groups against the British. So it was totally illegal. So for that reason, secret groups followed, and thousands in the numbers sacrificed to save our motherland. And who were the members of these secret groups? They were known as the revolutionaries, like Bhagat Singh Ji, Chandrasekhar Azad, Khudiram Bose, Subhash Chandra Bose, Madan Lal Dhingra, Aurobindo Ghosh, such kind of revolutionaries. I have given some of them names. Followed? So these were the activities, and because of them, British, were frightened. British had the fear, and finally, in the year of 1947, we got the independence because of these sacrifices. We lost these great men. They are the great, and we should be thankful to this kind of, and we should bow down our head in front of these great men. Because of them, we are free right now. Followed? Now World War One and after, as you all know that World War One started in the year of 1914 and ended 1918. And during the First World War, millions of the people lost their life. Even thousands of the Indian people joined this movement as the soldiers, joined this war because they thought that British would be more sympathetic towards them after the war. But that was completely false. British didn't do that. It was not happened. Instead of British imposed more and more taxes to recover the financial losses in the First World War. That was the reality. Okay, so this chapter has been finished, and I tried to explain what was written in your book. Many more stories are available, but it was I'm not able to explain this story because very little bit information has been given into your book. So I hope you have understood. If you have any problem definitely regarding this chapter, you can contact me up, you can tell to me, and definitely regarding any queries in the Gmail classes we will discuss. Thank you very much. Stay happy and stay safe.